Whew, looks so good. All right, guys, so as I said in the last video, I am going to do a transformation. You know, whenever people see this car, or basically any Supra with that wing, big wheels, you know, lip, intercooler, all that stuff, people automatically assume it's 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower Supra. So let's transform this into 1,000 horsepower Supra. So I have a lot of boxes here. This is all Supra stuff. Some vibrant stuff here. Some nice stuff here. That's baby diapers. That is not Supra parts. So today we're gonna need this box, that box, and something else from here. All right, so here we go. We're gonna be installing a front lip, and over here we have a TRD wing. This is carbon fiber. All right, let's get started. Thankfully, the bumper still had the factory hardware, little brackets that run across the bumper, and I was able to just push it into the holes. That's what is being held on right now. I don't have the nuts, but I'm fixing to go buy them. This is a Magic Drift front lip. So I mean, it's not bad. Like the holes lined up, and I like the way it looks. I think it's, I mean, for what you're paying for it, I think it's completely worth it. The only thing is, see here, it's got like this really thick section of plastic. I might just leave it alone, and maybe I'll just grind it down, but I'm not sure. Other than that, I think it's a good buy. See, now this bumper here is a little warped. I might try to heat it up and push it out. And it's also broken on the inside. This is, I'm referring to the bumper. See, but it's okay. These bumpers are extremely hard to find and very expensive, so I've got to make it work. So yeah, let me continue doing this. All right, guys, so I got the lip all bolted up. Looks pretty good. Like I said, this car did have the factory bracket, so literally all I had to do was just go get some nuts and washers and bolted it all right up. So it's all bolted up, all the front driver's side. The only thing is, that side, since the bumper's broken, I don't have anything to bolt it up to, so I'm gonna have to make a bracket or something. And also the bumper, you guys see that little warp? So it's like folded in, since, you know, I guess since the bumper's broken from here, it doesn't have that support. So I'm gonna heat it up with the heat gun, and I'm gonna try to mold it out, push it out, because at the end of the day, once the lip's on it, you won't be able to see it except for this piece. So if I push it out, it'll look good. So let's see what I can do. All right, so it's working. I don't know if you can still see much of it. Looks okay. Now I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because at the end of the day, this car does need to get painted and a lot of body work. My brother's actually gonna take care of that. I don't know if you see this. So look at this paint job here. I was actually under the car, and I guess maybe somebody damaged the fender before, And I don't know if they in order to pull out the holes, I mean in order to pull out the dent, they drilled a bunch of holes. So on the inside they had like a bunch of body filler or something, and I pulled one off and look, there you go, now there's a hole. So this fender needs a lot of work. So my brother's actually gonna take care of that. He does a paint and body, so he'll work his magic on this baby. But anyways, you'll see, this whole lip thing is good. I just gotta make a bracket in order to bolt up this corner. So there it is, it's on the ground. I didn't bolt that up, but it's pretty sturdy the way it is. Looks different, right? All right, now the wing, I already took it out of the box and assembled it. It's just missing the little caps, but it's not on there, it's just sitting here. I was just trying to line it up. Oh man, I almost dropped it. So since this hatch is wingless, it doesn't have any holes, so I have to make my own. So I gotta line up everything, drill the holes, and bolt it down. Make some gaskets and seal it off, make sure no water goes in there. Thankfully I have another Supra right there where I'll be able to use that as a reference and make sure I get this perfectly lined up. So let's get to it. I went ahead and compared this one, well, compared that one to this one, and I kind of lined up everything just about the same amount of gap on both sides, and also the same distance from here, from the edge of the hatch to the wing. And I used this is like a chalk marker, and I drew a line on it here. See that little white piece there? See? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disassemble this. I'm gonna take off the centerpiece. I'm gonna lift the hatch, and I'm gonna put some, maybe like bolt in something to the holes on the wing, so I can line up the holes to the hatch and drill a hole. This is nerve-wracking, but I gotta do it. So let's get started. So I know there's probably better ways to do it, but what I did is I stuck some paper into the holes where you bolt up the wing, and I colored it in with some of that chalk marker, placed it right over where I made my line, and there you go. I got my two spots where I need to drill. Here, and yeah, let's start the drilling. I think I got it actually pretty like dead on. So here's a bolt for the top side, and then on here it's too dark. There you go. So you guys see that hole? It lines up perfectly with the other hole for the wing. nerve-wracking. I was actually pretty nervous about doing that, but it's done. There you go. I gave the little flap a slight tilt, matched up the tilt on mine. Change of plans. I know I'm not gonna be able to sleep if I don't do this. So, anyways, here's the car. It actually looks really good with the front lip, but that is bothering me. The sides being black. So guess what I went and got? Red plastic dip. I'm just gonna see what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'll get back to you guys. Boom. There you go. Now I can sleep. In the count of 3, I'm gonna snap my fingers and you're gonna see 1,000 horsepower Supra. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. 1,000 horsepower Supra. Alright guys, now just to make it clear, I know this car doesn't make 1,000 horsepower. It's just the whole stereotypical thing about these cars with the big wing, big Mickey Thompson tires, you know. People think that they all have 1,000 horsepower. This is the wheel setup for this car. It's gonna be like Twinkies. I mean, it's crazy what a wing, a lip, and some wheels do to this car. This car looks like a completely different car, in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you think it was a drastic change. Man, I really am starting to like the way this car is looking. Obviously, for obvious reasons. Like, the fitment is perfect. I mean, it just barely makes it around. I gotta roll the fenders though. These fenders definitely need to be rolled. Man, that carbon fiber is looking good. Don't bash me for that plastic dip. I did that just for pictures. That is gonna get peeled off and the whole car is gonna get painted. That is how you make 1,000 horsepower Supra. 1,000 horsepower. Anyways, I hope y'all like this. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment, share this stuff with your friends. I'd really appreciate it if you did that. That way the channel can keep on growing. Stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.